Alright guys, I hope you guys are doing well. As many of you may know, I am from Nigeria. I am from the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. And I live in Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean. I've been gradually observing a lot of things that have me excited, pleasantly excited. I realized that some of the slangs or words that Caribbean people use actually originated from some tribe in Africa. For example, Jamaica, they use the word unu a lot. I hear that in a lot of Jamaican music. Unu. Sometimes I will hear something that goes unu doom. I'm like, what? Listen, don't tell me that these people are using our language. And that is part of their everyday word. One day I heard it in another song. I said, no, I want to go research. Now, unu in my tribe means all of you. When they say unu bia, meaning all of you come. And when we say unu, it means all of you. When we say unu dum, the doom at the end stresses on the fact that I want all of you to come, that they are calling everyone to come. And Jamaican people use that a lot. I'm like, okay, let me go research. When I did my research, I figured out that unu also means all of you. I'm like, hold up, how did that happen? Did they borrow it from the tribe? Maybe during the time of slavery, many of their ancestors came with some of their tribal languages. So it keeps showing me that, listen, these people in the Caribbean, especially Afro-Caribbeans, truly came from Africa, truly came from Nigeria and Ghana, especially the Igbo tribes and the Yoruba tribe as well. Caribbean people use the word mumu. Everybody in Nigeria know when you say that guy na mumu, meaning that guy is stupid, he's fool, he's not smart enough. And in the Caribbean, it means the same. Mumu. Come on, man. Hold up. This is becoming more interesting for me, to be honest.
You ever wondered why Jamaican patois sound familiar to West Africans? The answer might shock you because the part of Jamaica still speaks Nigerian. This is the hidden story of Igbo people and how their voice echoes across the Caribbean. I have here videos of Jamaicans who compares their patois to Nigeria, and Nigerian who compare their Nigerian pidgin to Jamaican patois. Welcome to Kifa Media. You can never stop us. Okay, between 16 and 1800s, millions of Africans were taken across the Atlantic. A large number came from what we now call Nigeria, more so from Igbo, Yoruba, and Akan communities. Akan is majorly maybe from Ghana.
In Jamaica, we don't say I love you. We say easy yourself, man. You don't say are you alone. In Jamaica, we don't say I miss you. We say, B, when you come link me, by the time I blink, you have to reach on my foot. In Jamaica, we don't say, you're my girlfriend. We say, I'm going to be that. I'm going to charge you.
The Igbo people were among the most heavily transported group to Jamaica. So maybe you might be asking yourself, why does a Nigerian feel like they are the forefather of Jamaican patois? They feel like they born patois. They feel like Jamaicans speaks like them. Jamaicans copy them. But yes, it's because most of the slaves who were taken from Jamaica to from Nigeria to Jamaica.
Let's talk about the Igbo influence in Jamaica, specifically Jamaican patois. One of the major tribes that ended up in Jamaica, or what we now call Jamaica, during the transatlantic slave trade was the Igbo people. They were among other major tribes like the Yoruba people and the Akan people of Ghana. But we're just going to talk about the Igbo influence specifically because that's what I know about. These are just some words that I found that connect Igbo and Jamaican patois, and it's just really interesting how they're just the same. For example, unu is something that I hear a lot from Jamaicans. Unu, like when referring to you people, like saying you people. And in Igbo, that means you people. So in Igbo means only. And apparently In Jamaican patois, they also say salsa or soso. I don't know exactly how they say it, but I just know that's the word. It's also interesting how in Latin languages, solo also means the same thing. Igbo people call bed bugs chinche, and Jamaicans call them chink. Igbo people say anyuku to describe a greedy person because anyuku literally means big eye. And in Jamaican patois, they say big eye to describe a greedy person. In Igbo, onuzo literally means the mouth of a door, door mouth. And Jamaicans say door mouth to describe the opening of a door as well. Akara is a bean cake that's eaten in Nigeria and also the Caribbean and Brazil too. I don't know if y'all know this, but so many Africans who were stolen during the transatlantic slave trade were taken from the region that we now call Nigeria. So it's not shocking when you see a lot of people with Nigerian ancestry when they do a 23andMe or something like that. So ultimately, it all makes sense.
So you might be wondering, why does Jamaican sound like Nigerian Igbo? It's because most of people who are taken to Jamaica as slaves, most of them came from Nigeria, from Igbo, Yoruba, and Akan. So that's why they feel like they are the forefather of Jamaican language. Because Jamaicans who are now in Jamaica, their forefathers were from Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, most part of the West African countries.
My father doesn't say understand, he says overstand. He doesn't say appreciate, he says appreciate love. He doesn't say continually, he says itinually. And then Rastafari don't speak in the singular. They don't say me, they say I and I, or the I, or I man. Because the idea is that Jah is always with the Rasta man. And
you know, after Nigerians were taken from Nigeria to Jamaica, okay, they lost their families, they lost their language, they lost their properties, they lost their names, but they never lost their language. They never lost the original language. Okay, Patua is mainly meant from Igbo, Akan, and Yoruba communities, because they were people who were taken there to work there as labor, working in sugarcane farms. So Jamaicans, they are most of them, they are from Nigeria. That's why you find that they speak a language that sounds like the one from Jamaica. It's because their forefathers were from the west part of Africa. And now, there's a video of people like this.
Forest. Bottle. Buckle. Pomegranate. Panganat. Macaroni. Vitamins. Vitamin. Pago. Military. Oil. Aisle. Then how do you say aisle? Aisle. Plantain. Plantain. Coconut. Neighbor. Tomato.
Let's talk about a language survival in Jamaica. Jamaican Patua was born from necessity. Africans were forbidden to speak their own language. They would never speak their own language in Jamaica because they were different communities in Jamaica because they were slaves. So they were forced to mix the language. They were forced to mix the English with their language to create their language that everybody could hear around there. So majorly, Patua is generated from English and Igbo, Yoruba, and Akan, because the three communities were from West African. So when they were there, they were forced to speak English. But you know what? They never knew English because they were used to speak their native language. So then they didn't know English. When they went to Jamaica, they were forced to speak English. So they had to mix English with some words from Jamaica to communicate with each other. For example, Nigerian words like unu. Unu means you all, straight from Igbo. Just as straight translate from Igbo to Jamaica. Like unu, it means you all. Another word is dupi. Dupi or dapi. Meaning ghost, like a ghost. From that's from Akan from Ghana. Another word is Pekin. Pekin is a child. My child, my Pekin. You have been seeing the movies from Nigeria doing movies. They usually call their kids Pekin. The same way Jamaican call their kid Pickney. I don't know if Pickney or Pickney. It's a child, right? This isn't a coincidence. This is linguistic survival because there's no way they would have spoke fluent English. They had to mix the language with English to create the patois language.
Yeah, for pretty girls.
Where's my princess?
Where me mama?
She's inside, my princess.
What you say? Me don't need that princess at all. You hear me? Bumbleclad. Why you hard for hearing? I said me don't need princess.
Sorry, ma'am.
Bumbleclad.
I'm Nigerian and I want to test if my Jamaican boyfriend knows Nigerian pidgin. First word we're going to do is, we're going to make it very easy. Oyibo. You know this one.
Oyibo means...
Yes, means this. Oyibo means white, okay? Amebo. Okay, amebo. That's a bit of a hard one. Amebo. They want to know...
Annoying?
No, not annoying.
Irritating?
Think about someone that just...
Stupid? Talkative?
Gossiper.
Okay.
Amebo is someone that will spread the news, the BBC, they want to do the most. Now, you know this one because of James Brown. Knack. James used to love saying this.
Knack means to...
It means that... Spec. Think. Like you're someone's spec.
Like their information?
No.
Your spec.
Your spec, like...
Your gender.
Not gender, you're kind of close though. You're not close. Spec is like someone like you're interested in, like spec, like tall, medium, skinny.
Your size.
No, tall.
Another thing is spiritual resistance. It wasn't just like any other language, like you can speak English or Swahili or any other language. The Obeya spiritual system in Jamaica has roots in Igbo tradition. Practices like ancestral worship, trends, the same fire that live in Igbo shrines burned in Jamaican Maroon Camp. Maroon Camp is, Maroons were people who fought for Jamaicans' freedom. They fought for Jamaican freedom. So the same fire that burned in Igbo shrines is the same fire that burned in Maroon Camps. It is why Jamaican rebel like Nani of the Maroon carried African tradition like war chants, healing ritual, and coded drumming. If this story opened your eyes, don't keep it for yourself. Okay, share it, like it, subscribe to Kifa Media. We speak the truth they don't want you to know or to hear. Africa didn't vanish in the Caribbean; it transformed, and Jamaica still speaks Nigerian. I'm out in peace. Be with you.